Darlene Agjam, C. Ohio. My name is Kwabno Sukwaten, and I'm from Ghana. I am currently a graduate student in the African Studies program at Ohio University, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the country Senegal. Senegal is a country in West Africa, and it's in the westernmost part of the region of West Africa. The main languages spoken in Senegal are French, Wolof, and some other indigenous languages. French is the official language, and Wolof, the language I greeted you in, is the main local language of the people of Senegal. So the capital city of Senegal is Dakar, and it's one of the bustling cities in Africa. Senegal is also one of the few countries in Africa which has never experienced a military coup. That being said, Senegal is one of the most stable countries in Africa, economically, politically, and socially. The current president of Senegal is Abdoulaye Wade, and he came into office in 2000. Senegal has had 3 presidents since its independence from the French. The first president was Leopold Senghor, who handed over power peacefully to Abdou Diouf in 1980. Abdou Diouf then handed power over to Abdoulaye Wade, and in 2014 he is going to hand over power to the next president-elect of Senegal. There are a couple of things to do when you go visit Senegal. Senegal is one of the few places which has an institute specifically for Africa. It's called the Institut de Fondamental d'Afrique, and it's one of the places where you can study about Africa on the African continent. Also, you can visit Senegal. If you visit Senegal, you can go to the island of Gorée, which has links to the slavery in the colonial days, and it has aspects of how slaves were shipped from the west coast of Africa to all parts of the world. One other thing that you want to do when you visit Senegal is to go see a local wrestling match. It's one of the most epic things in the world to see a local Senegalese men wrestling together. It goes way back into history, and it shows the origins and the culture of the people. Another great important thing you will look forward to if you go to Senegal is to go to a neighborhood dance. They call it the Saba. They normally don't advertise it because it's held in neighborhoods, so people really don't know unless you get in contact with the neighborhood people. This dance is normally between 10 men and 10 women, and they get in, and it's done within the local community, and it is one of the greatest African spectacles you ever find. It's beautiful, it's pretty, and it's a true indication of African culture. Senegal has, like I said, Senegal is one of the most stable places in Africa, and so it has bred a lot of great Africans, people who are proud of their country, their continent, and their traditions. One of the most famous people from Senegal currently is Youssou N'Dour, the most famous musician, the most famous African musician, arguably. Other people who are most famous in Senegal are Abdoulaye Bamba, who opposed the French when the French were colonizing Senegal. And then some of the greatest people or great heroes in Senegal are the Teranga Lions. They are the soccer team for Senegal, and as you can recall, in 2002 they scored an epic defeat of France in the World Cup opening match. So those are some of the things you can do in Senegal when you visit, and Senegal is a great country to visit. I'd like to leave you with a little saying Jerry Jeff, thank you, and Rabin Ayam, we'll see you later. Thank you very much for having patience with me.